Hey, hello everybody, and thanks for joining us for another episode of GC Community Chat. We hope that you're all doing well tonight, surviving this heat. It's been brutal. Tonight we have a good one for you. I've noticed on Facebook that there are a lot of interest in butterflies lately, how to attract them, etc. Well, tonight we have the guru of butterflies, Brenda Dziedzic, author and co-founder of SEMBA. That's the Southeast Michigan Butterfly Association, and she'll be here shortly to answer any questions you may have, as well as share with you what plants and you should host to attract the butterflies and much more. We'll also have Tom here shortly for the latest weather forecast for us, and we're really hoping for some relief, that's for sure. This heat wave is really, really crazy, and we need rain too, real bad. I'll have the latest COVID numbers for Garden City, and Mike has some community events for you later, and we're going to bring Mike in here too. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Doing great, Kerry, but I am getting better.
That's good. That's good. So we have a lot to get to tonight, so we hope you'll grab your favorite cold beverage or snack on this hot evening in Garden City, Michigan. And we hope you'll join us for the next hour or so. This is episode number 488. Getting close to that 500, Mike.
Yes, we are.
I am your host, Kerry, and also joining me tonight, our favorite weatherman, I guess, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Yeah, this is the time of year where I'm not your favorite weatherman. It's all downhill, especially this week.
You're definitely Richard's favorite weatherman.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, and like I said, longtime resident and former Garden City councilman is here, Mike Jones. Mike, you doing all right, right?
Doing excellent, Kerry, but I am getting better. Thank you.
Yeah, surviving this heat too.
Yeah.
Oof. I'll tell you, can't do nothing.
It's only 71 in my house. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How did we survive without it?
I don't know.
Wow. Hey, we want to give a shout out to all the surrounding communities who tune in every Thursday night to listen and watch the show. We want you to know your support is greatly appreciated. And remember, if your community has any events or announcements, what are they supposed to do, Mike?
They should email us and let us know, and we'd be glad to publicize them for them.
Exactly. That email is gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. And we'll be more than happy to announce that information for you. So get that information to us. I know with this COVID, a lot of events have been canceled, but there are a few things going on. So if you do have something going on, let us know about it. Now, if you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight and you're watching us on Facebook, I want you to go ahead and type the question in the comments section, and I'll do my best to get them up on the screen for you, and we'll have them answered. Also, you can text your questions to 734-788-9319. All right, let's get Tom in here with a latest check of the weather, and then we'll spend some time chatting with the butterfly lady, Brenda Dziedzic. So let's get Tom in here. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. So, do you have any good news for us?
I have a little good news.
Okay.
Just a little. So, I mean, it's not all doom and gloom, but yes, it's definitely been a very hot week all this week, and we're definitely feeling it this evening. Temperatures are in the 90s right now, and the heat index is definitely in the upper 90s at this time. So this evening, we're definitely feeling the heat. But the good news is that the cold front is on its way. And I use that term loosely because yes,
cold front.
It's not going to directly bring us temperatures down to very comfortable levels, but it's definitely going to bring the temperatures down as we get into the weekend. But before we get into that, over the last few days, we've definitely seen some convection with a lot of this heat across the region. The majority of that convection missed right around the Wayne, the northeastern Wayne County area. A lot of that wasn't really where we were at in our area. A lot of Detroit got it. A lot of other areas south about it. A lot of places north of got it. But we just did not fare well with the rain the last few days. But the good news is, like I said, that cold front is coming tomorrow, and it's definitely going to bring rain tomorrow. So I definitely see rain as we get into tomorrow. And some of that rain is definitely going to be on the heavy side as that front moves through, because those temperatures are going to get into the low 90s again tomorrow, just before that front moves in, and then the rain's going to move in during the afternoon and evening hours. This isn't going to be a consistent rain. It's going to be on and off rain moving through. But when that rain moves through, some of that rain will be on the heavy side for a brief time. So definitely keep tuned to that. Okay. And as we get into the weekend, those temperatures will start to fall. We'll probably be into the mid-80s as we get into the weekend. So those temperatures are definitely going to be different from where they were all this week into the low to mid-90s. We're definitely going to cut that down a little bit, so enjoy that. And I believe the majority of the weekend will be dry out there. I don't really see too many problems out there as we get into the weekend with rain really ruining much plans out there. And as we get into next week, this pattern is definitely going to continue the coolest pattern into the early portion of next week. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. So it's going to be a little bit of a ramp up as we get into the early portion of next week on Monday and Tuesday. And then as we get throughout Wednesday and into the end of the week, that is when I believe another significant heat wave is going to develop. We're definitely going to see temperatures again get into the 90s, and some of those temperatures will get into the mid 90s, and those heat indexes will again be right around 100 degrees. As we get throughout the mid to end of next week, and that will probably continue throughout the rest of the month. This pattern is really going to stick as we get into the foreseeable future and into the end of July out there. So enjoy the weekend and into early next week with a little dip in the temperatures going into the 80s, because the 90s are going to make a comeback, and they're definitely going to be here on the strong side. The presence of that temperatures is definitely going to be here. So a little good news, a little bad news as well.
Yeah, a little mix.
And a little bit more bad news is the new drought monitor came out today, and it has rapidly expanded across southeast Michigan. The entire region is now into an abnormally dry conditions, which means the first level of drought to really get into the region. And the next level of drought was moderate, and I believe that will probably occur as we get into the end of the month. So I definitely see that, in my opinion, that the drought is going to get worse as well, because we're not going to see much rain. We're going to get it tomorrow, but it's not going to be beneficial rain to really help. It's just going to be on and off rain. And then as we get into next week, I don't really see much rain chances as well. So more bad news, unfortunately. But I have to get that message out, because I definitely think that is going to be a problem out there. As we expand out, we're going to quickly talking about some other weather. It's definitely been very active across the entire U.S. There's been a lot of storminess across the upper Midwest. There was a lot of tornadoes yesterday in Minnesota up there, and they've been dealing with a lot of damage out there and a lot of storms into the central U.S. The southwestern United States is dealing with temperatures much warmer than we are, into the triple digits, and feeling like much worse into the mid 100s and low mid 100s. So they're definitely dealing with much warmer hot air out there as well. So they're definitely feeling the heat. All the southern United States is feeling the heat. So it's all widespread heat across the United States, and that's going to probably continue throughout the rest of the month, and we're definitely going to get into that as well. And the last story I have is the tropics are definitely getting busy. Again, we see our next tropical storm develop this evening. We have Tropical Storm Faye out there. And yes, I used Faye, the letter F. We're already up to letter F into the list of names out there.
Wow.
And we're not even into the peak of hurricane season, which happens in September. So we're definitely ahead of the game out there, and it's definitely something we need to keep tuned to. That storm is right off the North Carolina coast, and it's going to be moving into the northeastern United States. So they're going to be dealing with a lot of rain and wind up into that region, like New York, Connecticut, and that region. So just wanted to briefly mention that, because the tropics are definitely being a little bit on the active side out there. So if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTimesWeather.com, and it will keep you updated on all the rain and heat, and hopefully some good rain tomorrow, because we definitely need it. But we'll definitely have to keep tuned to that. And then a little break over the weekend with the temperatures, and then another prolonged heat wave looks to be developing, in my opinion, as we get into the end of the month. So keep tuned to all that over there.
Okay, will do. Stay hydrated, I guess.
Yeah.
Get some rain in them rain barrels.
Inside.
Yeah, stay in the cool air for sure. Hey, I want to mention a few people that are watching us tonight. Jerry Thorne from Party Animal Travels in there, and he wants to thank all the listeners who came out to his travel show today at Burton Manor. It was very nice to see everyone, he says. Jonathan Combs, Pastor Combs, says that Grateful Journey Community Church will have Facebook and Zoom services Saturday at 10:30 a.m. If you go to Graceful Journey Community Church on Facebook, church for the special needs community and every community, you can chime in and be a part of that wonderful venture. So he hopes that you'll tune in for that. Tina Wing is in there. Hello, Tina. Mrs. Chad is in there. Hello, Mrs. Chad. Patty Fix. Hi, Patty. How are you? Good to see you. So we got a few people in there. That's great to see on this hot evening in Garden City. Just a quick reminder, our show streams live every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. So we hope that you'll set aside some time to join us. Be sure to invite your friends to join in as well. Also, if you go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, be sure to follow us, and you'll be reminded whenever our show is streaming live. And while you're there, feel free to leave us a review. We would really appreciate it. You can also get more information and contact us as well by visiting our website, gccommunitychat.com. All right, let's introduce our guest for tonight. She is the co-founder and past president of SEMBA. That is the Southeast Michigan Butterfly Association. She is also the author of Raising Butterflies in the Garden. Please welcome back Brenda Dziedzic. Brenda, how are you?
I'm doing just fine, as good as can be with the weather the way it is.
It's crazy, isn't it?
This year, there have been, for some reason, and it could have something to do with the weather, we're seeing less butterflies this year all over. I have a Facebook page, and a lot of the people all over the United States are seeing fewer butterflies. I do have them in my garden, and they've been laying eggs, and I've been collecting them and raising them, but we are seeing fewer butterflies this year.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if this hot weather would affect that at all.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, well, surprisingly today I seen a few out there. I don't, not a lot though, not like normal.
Right. Well, look, thanks for being here tonight. It's been too long. Been a while
thank
you've been on.
Yeah.
So
I did want to mention,
yeah.
I was a president, and then I stepped down.
Okay.
And then the vice president took over presidency, and then she got real busy. And so they asked me to be president again. So I'm president again.
Okay. So you're co-founder, past president, now present president.
Yeah.
All right. So Brenda, tell us what got you interested in butterflies to begin
Well, I'm going to take off my glasses. I hope everybody doesn't mind, but the reflection.
No, not at all. Not at all.
When I was a child, I used to love nature, and I out at the river and watching butterflies fly. And then I grew up and I went to college and raised a family, and I thought, boy, I'd love to see the butterflies I used to see as a child. So I started researching it. And I ran into this lovely lady that passed away last year. She was a year younger than my father, and she didn't know me, but she spoke with me and wanted to know what I was doing. And she took me under her wing and just introduced me to this wonderful experience that I'm, doing now. So yeah, Lois was my beginning, and she put me on the right path. And ever since then, I've been studying them now for 20 years. And
wow.
I never get tired of it. I just want to keep doing more and more research and studying new species.
Yeah, well, you know a lot about them, that's for sure. So much you even wrote a book, correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And what is the name of that book? I think I have it here. I'll put it up on the screen for everybody.
It's Raising Butterflies in the Garden.
Yeah, there it is, right there. And where can they get this book?
Well, one place locally is at Barson's greenhouse.
Okay.
But I have a bunch at home because I did have all sorts of speaking engagements this year, and they were all canceled because of COVID. Sure. So if people want to come to my house, I live in Westland. I do have them here, but they're sold online, Amazon. They're in, Barnes and Noble. They're at all. They're at all different bookstores all over. They're in Canada. They're in Switzerland. They're in the United Kingdom. So they're just everywhere. So
That's awesome. That's
there's
awesome.
no reason people can't find them. They're sold in the European countries and Canada and the United States here. So
Wow, that is great. And of course, people can get a hold of you through your email. It's on the screen there, happybutterflying@yahoo.com.
yes,
Correct.
yeah, yes.
All right. I also know that a dream of yours, before we get into the plants and all that, a dream of yours was to have your own habitat for butterflies, which you did. And you mentioned Barson's. You want to explain how that came about?
Well, I was giving lectures all over, and actually Joe was one of the first people to have me speak at his greenhouse in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was speaking all over, and people would say, well, where do you get these plants from?
Yeah.
And I'd tell them, well, if you come over to my house, I'll dig you up some, give them to you. Well, my network got so huge, I could no longer do that, or I wouldn't have any plants. So I went to Barson's and spoke with Joe, and I went to another nursery. And I said, if I give you seeds, will you will you germinate them and sell them, and I'll send all my guests to you? Well, the other nursery said no, and Joe said yes. So I started collecting my seeds, giving them to him, and sending all the guests that come to my talks to his nursery. So when I decided I wanted to build a butterfly house, I went to him and I said, would you rent me space on your property to put up a butterfly house? And Joe says, no, I won't rent you space. He said, I'll give you space.
Wow.
So they tore down cyclone fences. Chad got rid of half of his backyard. Jenny his daughter had a butterfly garden. She moved that. And Joe says, okay, here's the space you can have. And I'm going, okay, now where do I get the greenhouse? So he told me where he buys his things. So I drove down to Ohio. Mm-hmm. And so I put in the butterfly house, and I just wanted to have a butterfly house that had native species so I could teach people what's in their backyard.
Sure.
And so I did that for several years. I built that in 2012.
Okay.
And about 3 years ago, I just got so busy that I said, this will be my last year. You can do whatever you want to with the butterfly house. You can tear it down. You can use it as greenhouse.
Ooh,
and
be a shame to tear it down.
Yeah, they just, because I couldn't put it in my backyard.
Sure.
My yard isn't big enough. And so they decided to keep it as a butterfly house.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad.
Yep. So, the owner, Debbie, she, will ask me to come in and see, what things she thinks she can give away, because she gives away caterpillars. Mm-hmm. And people can take them home and raise them. And they're great for kids to educate them. Teachers come in and use them with their students. Adults love to get into it, and so
it's a beautiful place to visit. I'm telling you, if no one's visited it yet, it's at Barson's Greenhouse, located right at Maplewood and Merriman. And it's like a huge Quonset, really, right? Yeah. Kind of like a Quonset. Yeah. And it's gorgeous inside. It's got a brick pathway, and you just walk around at your own leisure, and it's really, really nice. You did a great job on it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, really nice. So let's get into like for the novice beginner, just starting out. What should they have to start attracting butterflies, would you say, for their yard?
Well,
host plant.
Host plants are really the most important, because you can have nectar plants, but if the butterfly can't complete its whole metamorphosis in your yard, which is, laying the egg, the caterpillar growing, and making its chrysalis, and then the adult emerging from the chrysalis, they'll just come through your yard, take a sip out of your flowers and leave. So one of the really easiest plants to get a butterfly to come in your yard, if you plant fennel. The black swallowtails use fennel as a host plant. They'll lay their eggs on there, and the caterpillars feed on the fennel. And fennel's a perennial, so it'll come back every year. So it isn't something that you'll have to buy all the time.
Okay.
And so that's an easy thing. Monarchs, if you plant milkweed,
Yeah.
the monarchs will come and lay on that. Plus, they have flowers, so it's a nectar source too.
Hmm.
And but yeah, those are two of the easiest things. And Barson's greenhouse, to mention them again.
Oh, sure.
They do, they have the fennel, they have swamp milkweed, they have, lots of different host plants. People go there early in the season to buy because they have such a huge variety, but
Mhm.
they still have plants available.
Yeah.
Um, they have like Pearly Everlasting, that's the host plant for the American Lady.
Mhm.
And they have, let's see, they have false nettle, and that's a host plant for the red admiral, the question mark, the eastern comma. So, they've got signs indicating what are host plants. So,
Joe and Debbie are real helpful over there. So
Debbie
you can go
is,
over and ask. Yeah.
yes.
Now
And
I have
Debbie,
a picture here. Can you see that on the screen? I have a picture of those are a few plants there, right?
yep. Those are plants for the monarch. And there's butterfly weed, and there's swamp milkweed is the bottom picture.
Okay.
And the top one is, and now see, I took my glasses off. The top one is common milkweed. And
Okay.
then I just showed pictures of the eggs on the next.
Yes. Those
yeah.
are monarch eggs? Or
Yeah, those are monarch eggs.
okay.
Yep.
How do you tell the difference?
A lot of the books will say, oh, they only lay on the underneath of the leaf, but they'll lay on the underside of the leaf, on the top of the leaf. And as you can see,
Yeah.
on the flower buds and right underneath the flower buds.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes.
Tina
Yeah.
Wing in the comments says that she saw her first monarch today,
Well, good.
which is they've been around, most of the season. But yeah, I haven't seen too many either. I think we saw one not too long ago, a couple days ago.
Yeah, I've just had a very few, but they have been in my yard, and I've collected eggs.
Uh-huh.
So I'm raising a few of those right now.
So those are pretty much basically the plants. If people want to get going on that, they can do that, and they can go over to Barson's and get that. Now you've actually gone to Mexico, right, to see where the monarch migrates.
Yes, I'm also one of the Monarch Watch conservation specialists for Monarch Watch, and I've been going to Mexico since 2009.
Wow.
And each time I go, it's just magical to see the millions and millions of monarchs.
Gotta be
And
incredible.
to hear their wings fluttering, because there's so many butterflies, you can actually hear the wings. I've been taking some people with me, and I've been going for a long time, but it just blesses my heart to see their faces when they see these millions of butterflies. It just really makes me happy to watch the people that I bring down there.
Now, when they go there, are they going to a specific area and specific plants?
Well, the monarchs?
Yeah.
Well, the monarchs, they fly. Yeah, they fly down to the mountain range down there. A lot of it is in the state of Michoacan, but there's also a few of the colonies in the state of Mexico that very close to the border of the state of Michoacan.
Uh-huh.
So there's 3 of the colonies. A lot of the colonies aren't open to the public. I think there's 5 that are, but 2 of them. So I usually just go to 3 of the main sanctuaries each year. They're my favorite, and we usually see the most butterflies there. So I go to Sierra Pelon, El Rosario, and Sierra Chinqua. So
okay. Well, I know it's really a sight to see. I've heard several comments. Now, can you tell us the difference between a moth and a butterfly? Maybe it's a dumb question, but
no, it's not, because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people will call a chrysalis a cocoon.
Okay.
Yeah. If I would have known that, I would have grabbed some to show you, because I have them in the house here. But a chrysalis is a hard casing. Well, a butterfly makes a chrysalis, and a moth makes either a cocoon or a naked pupa. And
Oh,
a cocoon is where the caterpillar will spin silk all around it.
right.
So it's this silk enclosure, and then it sheds its skin inside of there, and inside of there is the pupa.
Uh,
Um, some of your moths don't make a cocoon. Instead, they'll go down in the ground and they shed their skin down there, and they have a naked pupa underneath the ground.
okay.
So that's the difference. In
So
a
the moth
chrysalis,
makes the cocoon,
but
not the butterfly.
yeah, butterflies don't make cocoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
moths do. Now moths, the majority of them are nocturnal, where your butterflies are diurnal. So there are some moths that you'll see flying during the day. The hummingbird clearwing, the snowberry clearwing, the Nessa sphinx. So there are some, but the majority of your moths are nocturnal. They say that moths are drab and ugly. They're just not very good looking. But there's always exceptions to the rule.
Yes.
Like in my book, the rosy maple is one of the cutest little moths. It's only maybe an inch, and it's bright pink and yellow.
Uh-huh.
Then you've got the beautiful Luna moth, your Cecropia. So, there's a lot of really good looking moths, but people say they're drab.
There's
And
some
then you
fairly
got butterflies. Butterflies, they say, are really beautiful, but there's some that are more drab, like say the northern pearly eye. So there's different ones that are just not as colorful.
right.
Also, a butterfly will have a knob on the end of its antenna, and a moth will have like a feathery antenna or like a straight line. So those are some of the differences.
Okay. Yeah. So there is quite a difference then.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the Senate Bill 581 and House Bill 4467. That was to name the monarch the state insect. Did that ever happen?
No, it never went through both. Yeah.
Did.
So it just died.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you think it ever come up again or no?
Well, somebody brought it back up again this year, but I haven't heard, and under a new bill, and I haven't heard anything. But I'm thinking the state really has too much to worry about right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm sure this was put on the back burner again.
Yeah, because I think the last time you and I talked, that was up for voting or something, and I didn't know if it ever went through. Now you're also a speaker too, so any group that's looking for a speaker, depending on your schedule and availability, they can contact you as well for that, right?
Yes, and also if anyone wants to come over to my house and just see my butterfly garden and maybe see some things I'm raising, if we social distance and wear a face mask, I would be happy to have anyone come over. They can email me or message me on Facebook, to see.
You do have a beautiful yard. I've seen pictures on Facebook. They can go on Facebook and look you up and see the beautiful pictures you post.
Yeah, I have several Facebook pages. I have one that's learn about butterflies in the garden,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have another one that's butterflies in the garden.
Right.
Yeah.
And how much is your book for people that?
Well, it depends where you buy it.
Okay.
The book is $24.95, but I'm selling it home for $20.
Okay.
And then you'd have to see what the different stores are selling it for and online.
Sure. Mike, you got any questions for Brenda? Any
How do you harvest a larvae?
Yeah, how do you harvest that?
Well, I try to get them as eggs, and I'll bring the eggs in the house.
Okay.
And then I wait for them to hatch. And as soon as I see that they hatch, then their host plant, then I'll pick off that leaf and put it in the container with it. When they get bigger, my cages are all over the house here.
If you want to grab one, you got time to grab one if you want to bring one.
Okay, I'm going to unplug this. Just walk over here for a second.
Okay.
Over here, I have a big, whoops, I have a big habitat. It's probably kind of hard to see.
Oh, no.
But I have milkweed plants in there, and the monarchs are just feeding right on the leaves. So all I have to do is just water the plant, and they're taking care of that. That's just one of my things. But when they're littler, I keep them in a small little plastic container.
Okay.
With a lid on, and let me plug this back in so it's brighter. And I'm so sorry that
No,
I can't.
you're fine. You're fine.
And I keep them. If I can, there we go. If I keep them in a smaller container until they get bigger, and then I'll put them in a habitat. But I'll leave the lid right on the container. With no air holes, there's plenty of oxygen in there.
Sure.
And then when they get bigger, then I'll move them to a habitat.
Now, where can you get those habitats? Does Joe have those, or
Yep, he does.
sells those?
Yep,
and also give away
yep,
caterpillars and that. And
yep, they have them there. Yep, and I have a few here also. So, like I said, I'm supposed to speak everywhere, and everything was canceled. So. Yep, I got supplies for next year's talks.
Tina Wing has a question there on the screen. Do you miss the plants? Hers are outside.
In the house? Oh, no. I don't miss but what I do, golly jeepers. Hold on one second.
Okay.
What I don't miss the plants at all. There's plenty of liquid in there. What I do is these guys in here are all in chrysalis. Which way? Yeah, I've got a plastic box with a paper towel that I keep wet. I've got
moist. Okay.
Less than 1/4 of an inch of water in there because these chrysalises are in here, and with the air conditioning on, they'll dry out. So like here's a chrysalis. Okay, here's a chrysalis right here.
Wow.
And this one is the Eastern Tiger Swallowtail.
Okay.
So this is a chrysalis.
I
got cocoons in the other room, but so I've got different ones. I've got a giant. I've got spice bush swallowtail chrysalis, and I've got a bunch of different chrysalises in here. But if I didn't have the wet paper towel and have them in the in this box, they dry out. So I'd need to mist them at least twice a day, since air conditioning takes moisture out of a house.
Now, once all those hatch, you take them outside and just let them go then, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. And so they'll just climb up on the side of the netting. I lay them. A lot of people they think you have to have them up in the air. I lay all mine down on the bottom. They don't have to. When they come out of their chrysalis, they'll walk over to the netting and climb up, and they'll dry their wings there. And after they've dried their wings for 3 hours or so, and I know they're nice and firm, then I'll let them go outside.
Lisa Kuhn says she'd love to come over and see your garden, and my wife as well, Cheryl as well. So I think they might make a date and come over and visit you.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So the life expectancy isn't very long, is it, for these butterflies?
It depends on the species. We give an average of 2 to 6 weeks. The monarchs now, each of their broods, from the first brood that we just got that came, the eggs. The first brood that we got until they get ready to go to Mexico live 2 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
But the last brood that we get, they're our super generation, and they live up to 8 months.
Oh, wow.
They fly from here, also from all the way Toronto, fly all the way down to Mexico, spend the winter.
It's amazing.
In the spring, they lose their juvenile hormones, they mate, and then they start flying north, and they'll lay eggs in Texas, Louisiana, Kentucky. Sometimes the winds will even get them like into southern Indiana and southern Ohio, and
Uh-huh.
then they'll finally die.
Okay.
And then, along the way, they're laying eggs.
Okay.
And then when those eggs hatch, that's the first generation that end up coming to our house and
Well,
laying.
then we'll see. Okay.
But like the mourning cloak is one of our longest living butterflies. That one can live up to 12 months. And the Eastern comma and the question mark and the mourning cloak overwinters as an adult, as does the Eastern comma and the question mark, and they can live like up to 6 months. So it really depends on the species, but we usually always say, 2 to 6 weeks. We just wrap them all into one, but different species live longer.
Yeah. Now the numbers actually, are they still down for monarchs, or are they coming back, or?
Well,
They were
last
hurting for
year
a while.
was really super. Now
Okay.
this year, they gave a count
Mm-hmm.
and it was down from last year, but I was there
Okay.
and I don't feel it was as low as they said, because I was there and I seen all the butterflies. I don't know. I question the count that they did this year. I know it may have been down a little, but I don't think it was down as much as they said.
Well,
But that's my personal opinion.
as long as they keep laying eggs on the way down, we'll be okay, I guess, huh?
No, well, they don't lay eggs on the way down.
Oh, they don't?
Nope.
On the way back. Right.
On the way back. On the way, all their energy is saved. They actually gain weight on the way down there by nectaring, and they live off those fat reserves all winter.
Wow.
And they don't mate until in the spring when they lose their juvenile hormones, and then they mate. And usually it's around Valentine's Day, and they mate, and then they'll start their trek back north.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, it's very interesting. That's for sure. The life of a butterfly, but they're beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
I've been called drab and ugly too, so I don't.
So anything else that you wanted to share with us, Brenda, before we let you go in this hot weather?
I can't think of anything, but I appreciate you having me on this evening.
Oh, as
yeah,
always.
glad.
Thank you for coming on. It's been very interesting. And like I said, I think you may have some visitors to your garden in the near future.
That's fun. I like to show people, how I'm raising them and show them the plants. And
yeah.
That's
awesome. It's awesome. Very interesting. And like you said, social distance or physical distance, and that mask. You got to wear that mask.
Yep.
How have you been doing? Okay. I mean, through the COVID, what have you been doing? Just keeping busy with your butterflies and.
Yeah, I barely go anywhere because I don't feel safe.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way.
Yeah. And so, the grocery stores for us seniors open at 6:00, and by golly, that's when I'm shopping. And
we're compromised as well here, and Mike and Cheryl. So we watch ourselves, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And so, I've had people come over and buy books and habitats and to get some eggs and, just to see the garden. But boy, I get the face mask on and I want my guests to have them on. And
it's so important. So important.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cheryl says we raised a few. Let me get it up here. We raised a few swallowtails, and it was very emotional when they flew away. It was, yeah. You get attached to this stuff,
Oh, you do. And my father is 89 years old, and about 10 years ago, I think it was, I introduced him to it. And he still is out in his garden finding the American ladies and the black swallowtails, bringing them in the house and raising them at 89 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
My dad loves it.
It's a great hobby. Great hobby. And I suggest everybody get your book and a lot of good information. Go on Facebook, find Brenda on Facebook, and go to the habitat.
Yeah.
That habitat is awesome. You really did a great job there.
It is.
But thank you.
So yeah, contact information, your emails on the screen there. Like I said, you're on Facebook. Thank you so much, Brenda, for coming on. We really appreciated it.
Well, thank you for having me this evening.
And you come back anytime, all right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, lovely lady.
Very, very nice. Very, very, she knows her stuff, let me tell
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That's why I call her the butterfly guru for sure. She is awesome. Let's see. Oh, I know. I wanted to mention the parking lot fund for Straight Farmhouse.
How's that coming?
Well, I don't know, but we want you to visit the museum. They reopened yesterday, July the 8th, and they'll be open Wednesdays and Saturdays from 12 to 3. They're located at 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. They are in desperate need of funds for their parking lot. So anything that you could
Just
afford.
becoming a sponsor or member.
Yeah, you
would
can
help.
become a member, friends of the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Go over there, buy a brick maybe for your family, dedicate it to someone. Every little bit helps, so they would really appreciate it. So give them out whatever you're comfortable with. Remember, you can also help them by, like I said, becoming friends of a museum, buying an engraved brick they sell, and a monetary donation. We got a brick over there. I think you do too, don't you?
No.
Oh no, Kiwanis has got several.
Kiwanis got several for
Several.
honoring our past Kiwanians who have passed away.
Yeah, they do a great job. Great job. You can also go to their website at straightfarmhouse.org for a lot more information as well. And I think you're going to have some information on some of the events in the marketplace there. I think
Okay.
what they have going on, you can find that. And then this year was supposed to be the big 20th anniversary celebration for the Autos for Autism. But due to COVID, they had to change things up a little bit. It's going to be a little different. Going to do an online fundraising event the same day, July 20th. It's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m. They are currently planning a presentation featuring a slideshow of vehicle photos provided by this year's participants. You may access the event by clicking a link, which will be posted on their website. The website is autosforautismgc.com. autosforautismgc.com.
Just stealing all my announcements.
You can go there and mention that. Yeah. They are inviting you to join by submitting a donation with your pictures. There will be sections of the program devoted to the 20-year history of the car show with photos from past collections and annual dash plaques. Individual tributes and thank yous from Berger students and staff will also be included. It's going to be like a telethon. Viewers will be able to make online donations during and after the program using the website. Note a viewing link will also be posted on Facebook.com/Autos for Autism. And like I said, it runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And now for more information, you can call the co-chairs, Lisa Clark at 734-323-3010, or Kim Marquette at 734-812-1559. Or like I said, go to their website, autosforautismgc.com. Now, in case you tuned in late tonight, this show will be on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel right after the show. So you'll be able to view the entire show at your convenience. Right, Mike?
Right. Did you say you had COVID updates for Garden City?
I got COVID updates. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you want to do your announcements? You want COVID
No,
updates?
do the COVID.
Okay, I'll do the COVID. Here are the numbers today. For the state, they have 67,683 confirmed cases, 6,024 deaths, 446 new cases today, and 9 deaths today.
That's down a little bit.
Down a little bit. Down a little bit.
Not as low as it was when we were really going good.
Right, right. But
Right.
let me tell you, we're doing a lot better than some of them southern states.
Yeah, I'm just
Oh,
worried
my
about what's
gosh.
going to happen in 2 weeks when you see the results of that party out in Western Michigan.
Yeah, that Diamond Lake.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. And I don't know how they're going to open the schools, honest to God.
I really don't either.
If I had a child, I'm telling you that he or she wouldn't be going. No, really. It's just, I don't get it.
And if I was a teacher, and
the
I'd be
teachers
really
too.
reluctant to go.
Right. Absolutely.
As much as I'm dedicated to that profession.
It's just not safe.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
as long as President Dumbo keeps driving us this way.
I know. Yeah. And then he wants to hold up funds, for God's sake. Are you kidding me? There's no way he can do that. Well, he could veto it.
Most of the funds that support education come from the state. They don't
Exactly.
come from him.
Exactly. So he's all talk. All right. Here are the numbers for Garden City. And unfortunately, they are up one from yesterday. Yesterday, we had one confirmed case. Today, we have two. We still have 170 confirmed cases, 0 deaths today, and
That's
16 total so far. Might as well do a couple of our neighbors, too. Dearborn Heights had 3 today. They got 585 cases, no deaths, and 66 total deaths. Inkster had 3 cases today, 384 confirmed, no deaths today, 32 deaths total. And Westland, unfortunately, they had 8 cases today, 894 confirmed, no deaths, but they're up to 88 deaths total.
Wow.
So it's still, it's not a joke, folks. It is not a joke. That is for sure.
The virus has not taken a vacation.
No, it hasn't.
And we're talking about, when the weather gets hotter, it'll go down. You know.
Well, look how hot it is down south, and it's gotten even worse.
Absolutely.
It's like it thrives on the heat now all of a sudden.
It thrives on people being stupid.
Yes, exactly. And from there, so let's get Mike. It's time for some announcements.
It's a lot. That'll be the day when I die.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
Chat says we look so cute, the two of us, with the butterflies flying.
Oh, thank you so much.
Uh-oh. We lost.
Yeah, well,
We lost you. Hop back on.
I'll just start on the announcements.
Go ahead.
Maplewood Community Center Thrift Store will no longer be accepting any donations until further notice. Thank you for your understanding. That's because they have a lot of stuff and they don't have room for new donations. Autos for Autism. I don't know if there's anything I can say that Carrie didn't already read off, so I'll just say ditto. Free food distribution. 30 pounds of nutritious groceries are provided by Gleaners, helping our community during urgent times of need. The next one will take place on Wednesday, July 22nd, and there'll be another one on August 19th and a final one on September 16th. These run from 2:30 to 4:30. You go on the Balmoral side of Maplewood Community Center.
Mike's back.
Yeah, hey. And they have, as I say, 3 pounds of groceries, items like milk, fresh fruit, vegetables, lean protein, and other shelf-stable items. Drive up or walk up, stay in your vehicle, and groceries will be placed into your trunk. Walk-up guests without vehicles or those without a trunk are welcome to obtain groceries from a self-service table. Please be prepared to carry the groceries or have a cart. No appointments needed. You do not need to bring identification or proof of eligibility to receive food. Increasing safety. If you wish to pick up another household, you may do so without their presence in the car.
Mm-hmm. It's a good deal.
Yep. A couple announcements on the Garden Club in the Historical Museum. They're sponsoring the 26th annual Garden Walk.
Yeah.
Saturday, July 18th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets are $10 per person. They're available at Parsons Greenhouse. You can see beautiful gardens. There'll be a vendor show, a plant sale, backyard floral arrangement contest, a quilt exhibit at the Historical Museum, and door prizes. Proceeds will help our high school scholarship and community gardens.
Lost you again. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. I can see me, but nobody else can. And also, the Historical Museum is having their backyard bouquet contest on Saturday, July 18th, 2020. Do you have a yard full of lovely flowers and like making bouquets? Then this will be for you. The contest is free and open to all ages. Rules, non-professionals only. You cannot be an employee of a florist shop or teach flower arranging. Flowers must be grown in front or backyard in Garden City or local surrounding cities. Do not use flowers or greens purchased from a store. Arrangements may be put in any vase or container you choose. Arrangements must be dropped off at the Straight Farmhouse, Garden City Historical Museum, 6221 Merriman Road in Garden City. I'm back.
Back, hopefully.
Yeah. July 17th between 5 and 7 p.m. or Saturday, July 18th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Judging will be two types of judging. There will be a People's Choice Award. People attending the garden walk will be asked to vote on their favorite arrangement. We will also have judges from local flower shops. Emphasis will be placed on quality and condition of the flowers, how the flowers complement each other within the arrangement, design, balance, proportion, color harmony, how the container works with the bouquet, some flower arranging tips. Pick one flower to be the wow flower and center of attention. Vary the textures and shapes of the flowers and greens. Create depth by having a variety of heights. Add the greens last.
Okay.
Tuesday, August 25th will be the 5th annual charity golf scramble supporting Champions of Garden City. It'll be at the Links Gateway, 33290 Gateway Drive in Romulus. 8 a.m. registration, 9 a.m. shotgun start. We need your help. The Champions program is a focused scholarship-based mentoring program targeting at-risk students. I guess it's had a lot of success, so we'd like to see that continue.
Yeah.
Champions of Garden City is privately funded by people like you, alumni and citizens who care about the school and the community that help shape who we are today. Join us in this great opportunity to give back to the students of Garden City. There will be course prizes for the longest drive, closest to pin, Vegas hole, and putt for dough. Entry fee is $75 for golf. The tour, but you will not be able to host a post-event meal. Thank you for considering the Grateful Gardens. For information, please contact Kelly Mendez at Mendez@GardenCitySchools.com, 734-762-8350, or register online at Champions Golf Outing. If you can't be here on August 25th but still want to support the program, click this link and use the sponsored Champions support. All proceeds benefit Champions of Garden City. And
Okay.
You asked about the Straight Farmhouse or mentioned that.
Oh, you went out again. Must be the
No, I'm
internet.
there. I'm back.
Okay. Came back.
They're having a quilt exhibit, open during regular hours or by appointment. Over 100 quilts on display. Fairy Garden workshops on July 7th. Well, that one's already passed. And August 15th at 7 p.m. presented by Glenda's Whimsical Gardens. Register at our website. Murder at the Prom, July 10th and 11th. Join us for a live virtual murder mystery. Tickets available only on the website. And a vintage truck fundraiser on July 19th at 1 p.m. Visit their Facebook page for details. Like us on Facebook or visit our website to sign up for email list.
Sounds good.
And I think that's all I got.
That's it?
Yep.
All righty. Good job. I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to mention real quick, don't forget the Garden City Buzz in your water bill. Let me get mine picture up here. The Garden City Buzz, it's coming in your water bill. Got some good information in there. Seeing as we don't have a neighborhood newspaper, this kind of helps. But anybody that has those unwanted newspapers that are thrown in your driveway,
Yeah.
you can call or email the numbers on here and tell them to stop. But if you use the coupons in there, fine. Just make sure you pick them up out of your driveway. We don't like them littering around the neighborhood,
No,
right? Looks
no.
terrible.
It does.
All right. Remember, if you're interested in coming on the show as a guest, we'd love to have you. Maybe you know someone who might be interested. If so, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website, gccommunitychat.com. Send us your email address, a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. During this time, we can do the show remotely and safely, just like tonight. Remember, if you own a business or belong to an organization, you'd like to share your information with us, we would love to have you. And we even have politicians on here, several politicians. So if you're a politician, you want to come on, we'll welcome you.
I'd like to get Glenn back on
We do
get an
have to
update on how David is doing.
Yeah, we got to. He's running. David's up for election this August. So, but I will. I'll put a message out to Glenn and get him on.
Yeah.
So you can contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. It's very simple. Okay, time for my PSA, Mike. Please continue to physical distance. Continue to wash your hands. It's very important. And by all means, wear your
Face mask.
Whenever you're out in public, you got to have it. It not only helps protect you, but others as well. Also, check on your neighbors and especially our seniors. Remember, we're all in this together and we'll all get through this together. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast. Special thanks to my co-host, Opera Tom Iwinski. Fantastic job with the weather, even though it is a heat wave. But we're going to get some rain tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, I've heard that before, but I have more faith in Tom saying it than I have anybody else.
Yeah, I do too.
I was listening watching the TV the other night, and he says, "We got a big rainstorm at the airport," and I says, "Oh yeah, well I'm 5 miles away, and there ain't a drop here."
Yeah, exactly. Me and Cheryl said the same thing. That's crazy. And Mike, thank you, sir. Great job as always. Also, thanks to all of you who tuned in tonight on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed the show. And for those of you that have downloaded the audio and are listening, we really appreciate your support each and every week. Be sure to view this video and past videos at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight, by going to our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat. Or you can go to our YouTube channel. Just search for GC Community Chat. We hope you'll check them out and feel free to share with your friends, and be sure to click on the red subscribe button on our YouTube channel. We would really appreciate it. Now, this show will be up on Facebook right away, but YouTube takes a little bit longer, but it will be up later tonight. Don't forget to stop by our website, once again, gccommunitychat.com for more information. And you can also download the audio of tonight's show by going to iHeartRadio. Just search for GC Community Chat with Carrie Parton, or on TalkShoe.com. And as I've been doing every week when I sign off, we want to give a huge thank you to all the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir. They're doing a great job here in Garden City.
And pretty soon, if they open schools, we're going to have to thank the teachers. That's for sure.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, my God.
That's scary thinking about what that could be.
It is.
Like,
it's very scary.
yeah.
I had an email out to Derek Fisher, by the way, superintendent of Garden City Schools, and we're hoping to get him on. He's going to be coming on to discuss this in August.
In a few weeks, you'll have a better idea of exactly what their plan is going to be. And
he's had several
I'm
meetings.
Sure they're going to have several options depending on just how bad things are.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Everybody on the front lines, you've been doing a remarkable job and continue to do so. We can't thank you enough, but be safe. And we want you to know that your families and you are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And listen, when you see some of these heroes out there, let them know how much you appreciate them. They would appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Remember what?
The way to thank them is wear a mask.
Yes, for sure. All right. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. They need you now more than ever. A lot of them have opened and reopened, and they're in the process of opening. So be sure to support them whenever you can. And by all means, wear your mask. Don't make a big deal out of it. You know, we don't want you to go backward. We want to go forward. And if you see something,
Say something.
absolutely. You got to look out for one another out there. And doing that is wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopperTomsWeather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there. Radar and all that. You can track all the rain coming in tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Gosh, yes.
We will see you back here live on Facebook next Thursday, July 16th, when it'll be 8 p.m. As always. And we're hoping that it's going to be cooler, a cooler evening, that's for sure, in Garden City, Michigan. So until next week, thanks for listening. Stay safe and good night.
Day after my anniversary.
Yeah.
And 4 days after my birthday.
All right.
Yeah.
We will be back here.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.